Hello to you, my friend. Hope you're doing awesome and having a nice connected day. Today's offering will be discussing beliefs. Not any belief in particular, but more the mechanism of beliefs, of a belief, and also importantly, its limitation. So what you might find, if you are aware of it, is that most everybody has an opinion about something. However, are they enlightened? Are they wise? I'm not claiming that I'm either. But there's value in understanding that our own understanding can always be developed, can always be improved upon. And that many times, and most times, we understand very, very little. So, for those of us that understand that we understand very little, how valuable would our beliefs be? Through my journey to this point, I've learned to consider that beliefs are something that lack personal evidence, personal experience, and therefore lack personal substance and application. And once you grasp that, the beliefs lack the substance, and that you understand that experience is what the true understanding and wisdom and knowledge is encased in, you begin to prioritize experience, and you begin to become more aware and more dismissive of your own beliefs. This video or offering is about making you aware of your own beliefs being limitations, not about somebody else's. Learn to consider or practice considering that if you cannot personally experience something, that you do not invest in it. Because if you cannot personally experience something, the most it can ever be to you or for you is a preference or a wish. And so long as you recognize that a belief is merely a preference, a wish, but also a limitation and a lack of understanding. This will make it easier for you to let go of investing in that belief and attaching and clinging to that belief, but rather pursuing the deeper, truer understanding that is attained by practicing things that allow you to experience what you are seeking. Much of my channel will be discussing consciousness, and in other aspects, religion. And with that comes many belief systems. And what I have found valuable for myself is that if I cannot personally experience something, I am honest with myself about that, and I don't invest in it, or I invest much less into it. I make an effort not to let that direct me when I have experiential evidence through which has born of me a deeper understanding, and allowing the deeper understanding to direct me, to be my compass. Beliefs aren't inherently bad, and the intention of beliefs is not meant to be bad. But it is valuable to learn and hold them loosely. As Jesus said, wear the world as a loose garment. If you do that with your beliefs rather than clinging to them, you would see that you leave room for openness. You are creating openness. And that openness allows room for that deeper understanding to penetrate, to enter. You'll see people who are invested in beliefs, they become very hard, very stubborn, very strong-minded, very closed-minded. If I asked you if you are ready in this moment to grow towards your consciousness, towards the Creator, what do you think would be more beneficial, having a closed mind or having a completely open mind and allowing experience to come in and flood you? There's been spiritual teachers that I've heard suggest, once you gather the information, put all the books away. Because the books do not provide you with the experience, the personal experience to transcend, to grow, to gain the deeper understanding that is only gained through experience. The books are great to help inspire the search, and the seeker. But once you've gained the information, you've gained the understanding to do the practices, you've gained the understanding to apply this to your life, which will help you to have the experience of this deeper understanding and this deeper truth. The books, they may provide inspiration, which would be a beautiful thing, but it's important to emphasize that if you cannot apply it, if you cannot apply something, the most it can ever be for you is a belief. Said differently, if you cannot apply something, the most it can ever be is a preference, a wish, and a limitation. So if I asked you if you wanted to invest in wishes and limitations, or if you wanted to invest in experience, I hope that explaining it that way shows you the difference between beliefs and surrendering beliefs and striving for personal experience, because that is precisely the point. A person doesn't go and meditate and just while they're meditating think about every belief they have. That is the opposite of meditation. They go into meditation to surrender everything, to completely let go, to surrender every belief that comes up during that period of meditation. Meditation is the practice of surrendering everything. No more investment in anything, not in a person, not in a physical sensation, not in a belief, not in a desire for 10, 15 minutes, for an hour, however long you practice. For that period, everything's surrendered. And what's left when you surrender everything that can be surrendered? Your essence. The true you. Your true nature. We don't experience that by reading a book. You don't experience that by watching a religious movie or reading a religious book. You experience it by doing the practice of complete surrender. And that practice of complete surrender doesn't create a belief in you. It creates experiential understanding. If I asked you, what is your favorite food? And you said pizza, I'd say, let's go get some pizza. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe I would. Maybe I would. No. I'd ask you, or if I asked you, would you prefer to believe in pizza? Or would you prefer to experience pizza? Eat it, taste it, experience it. Would you prefer to believe in pizza, or experience it? What about if you have a pet? A favorite pet? Would you prefer just to read about and hear about and believe in that pet? Or would you prefer to have experience with that pet? Where's the value? Is the value in the believing, or is the value in the experiencing? If you've got a favorite car, I understand a lot of these favorite things I'm pointing out right now. To many people would understand these are just egoistic, but it's a point I'm making at the moment. You got a favorite car, or a favorite pair of shoes, or a favorite hat. Would you prefer to just believe in that hat and read about that hat? Or would you prefer to experience that hat? Where is this substance? The substance, again, is in the experience. It's in the experiencing of that pizza. It's in the experiencing of that pet. It's in the experiencing of that hat. What makes you think it is any different with God? Can we experience God? Have you asked that question before? What practices are you doing to help you experience God? Or are you reading about God? Are you creating beliefs about God which are distracting you from striving to, which tend to be distracting and creating other limiting concepts? They fill the ego up with all of these ideas, the man in the sky, the guy with the beard, all of these guys. Those are all, you cannot experience those. Stop investing in them. That doesn't mean stop investing in God. It means start investing in experience. The religious wars are fought because of people arguing over different beliefs of God, not different experiences of God, because people don't have different experiences of God. God is. An example would be enlightenment. If you read these enlightened materials of these enlightened people, they say 7 people could go into 7 different caves, and if they all were enlightened, they'd all come out and all tell them the exact same thing, because absolute truth is unchanging. And it's not about a belief system. They didn't go into those caves and read a book. They went in that cave and they became connected. And they had their own experience. And that experience birthed an understanding that cannot be acquired and attained through a book. So I feel as though I've said enough on this topic of beliefs at this point. Hopefully, you've found the substance in the message, and you have been inspired to reconsider your investment in your beliefs, and to instead invest in experiences that will solidify not the belief, but the personal experience and understanding within you. That's what helps you to level up. All right, my friend. Have an awesome day. I love you.